Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. This is your home girl, Barbosa, aka the BT 1000, aka the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, aka Lucy the Vampire, aka the German Shepherd in the goddamn room. And I believe I'm gonna have to explain it again because some people don't know, some people don't understand. So we're gonna clear this up. Under one of my videos, someone asked me an honest question. It said, "What is the BT 1000?" And under the question, I responded. See, I like to have a conversation with my audience or whoever's listening to me, so they can know who I am. Let me tell my story. In the words of Queen Regina, let me tell my story. Shout out to the chat. The BT 1000 is not born. She is created. There are many of us, and we come in different forms, shapes, and there are different forms of the BT 1000. But I'm going to make it known that not only do we exist, but the WT1000 exists, the LT 1000 exists. We come in all different forms. I'm an older version of the BT 1000. Now, before me, you got the 800s and the 900s. Okay, those are older women. They're much older than myself. I'm only 52, and the ones I'm thinking about are like around my mother's age and my grandmother's age. They're senior citizens. They've been here a long time. And those women are usually the ones that set the pace for how everything turns out. Shout out to the chat. But the BT 1000 is usually a woman. It could be a male too. It's usually a person, a woman, a female. We are born into certain circumstances where we learn how to fend for ourselves. And learning how to fend for our own selves in order to survive, we go into survivor's mode. Survivor's mode for a lot of us is the hurt dog syndrome. If a dog is injured, that particular creature, that animal, when they are in pain, they focus on the pain. Even if someone is trying to help them, they will attack. And the BT 1000 is very similar. Very similar. Some of us have no conscience. I do. I don't know how I slipped in with a conscience, but I have one. Some of them have no feelings. But I'm going to explain it like this. If someone offends us, or they do anything to us, which we feel is disrespectful or dangerous to us, we go after that person. We are focused on hunting down our prey, and we do not stop until the person is vanquished. Vanquished, gone, exiled, banished, forgotten, silenced, buried deep within. until they retreat, and we don't stop. No one is safe. No one will escape. Even friends and family get caught up in the melee. Sometimes we don't even recognize who our friends are, not right away, because we are blinded by our own seething rage, and it's unquenchable. It cannot be extinguished. Believe me, I've tried. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, Uncle L. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, someone asked me the question, so I'm answering the question as honestly as I can. Yes, I wrote a comment under the question because I like to engage with my audience. Obviously, they don't know who I am, so I have to explain. Sometimes friends and enemies look the same. Sometimes life circumstance, anything that in other words, anything we go through is an obstacle. It's something to conquer. Like me walking downtown from here, start out 3 o'clock in the morning, get to my destination before an hour and 30 minutes or before the hour. That is a goal. That is something that needs to be accomplished. I don't care if I'm walking and my legs or my lower back is in pain. I continue on. I can be in physical pain and ignore the pain, because pain is a weakness. But we can become vulnerable. And when we become vulnerable, we feel like we are under attack. That's why when certain people say things, it rubs me the wrong way, even though they don't mean any harm. And then later, I see that they didn't mean any harm. And I tried to ignore what happened. So I'm just explaining what the BT 1000 is. And I don't see much of the women in the sector being that way. I don't see them being it. A lot of the women in the sector commune with each other. They get along with each other. Sometimes there's bickering and argument, but not too often. With the BT 1000, it's constant. Even if someone is not fucking with us, and I found myself doing it. I found myself recently doing it, trying to pick fights. I can wake up early in the morning and look at a video and be like, that's the one, that's the enemy. Sometimes I do that. Is it right? No. But it's constant. I was in a relationship not too long. Most of my relationships are usually marked with me distrusting the person. I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's a love interest. I don't care. You don't trust people. You get along with them at first, and then something happens, and then kablooey. So that is the BT 1000. I'm explaining the emotional and spiritual side. I can't explain the physical side. The physical side is that we try to accomplish the impossible. We try to accomplish the impossible. And sometimes the impossible obstacle is ourselves. And a lot of people get all twisted and turned with their own stuff. And a lot of people self-destruct. You know? I went through that in my past, and now we try to move on to the future. Shout out to the chat. Not worth it. Thank you. I do try it. Not worth it. Not worth it. I'm laying right here in the bed talking to you all. I know in a few more minutes I gotta get up. I gotta get ready. I gotta get everything ready to go to the laundromat. Today is the laundromat day. Mm-hmm. And that is accomplishment for me. To go out the house and actually do something fun, even grocery shopping. That's a task for me. So everything is, I take it like it's an obstacle. I take it like it's a challenge to me. And that comes from feelings or of feeling vulnerable or weak. Because when I was young, I was in a very vulnerable position. There was no heroes. Nobody came and saved me. I had to do drastic things to save myself. And it worked, but at a high price. There was a high price for it. After that, the younger me, the innocent me, passed away, replaced by who I am now. When I was younger, I was different, but I was being molded. And unfortunately, I made some bad decisions and I started carrying a number 221644. And I did it for a couple of years. And when they released me, I maxed out. They didn't release me, I maxed out. The time ran out. Their time was up. 543. Their time was up. 543. Their time was up. And I went out of those doors and I've been fighting ever since. So this is an uphill battle. Even family relationships are strained. When the woman that raised me was still living and Birdman was in my life, I'm going to tell you, he handled every phone call. He handled every exchange. He said he was going to take that burden away from me so I wouldn't have to deal with it as much. I let him handle everything. He was running the show. If it wasn't for Birdman, I probably would have self-destructed a long time ago. So shout out to Birdman. Unfortunately, he passed away. Just like a lot of people. No one is constant in your life. People are here for a season or for a reason. And when that is done, things change. Shout out to the chat. Uh-huh. Let's read what he said. Shout out to Birdman. Yep. Shout out to Birdman. Yep. It's not too many people remind me of him, but shout out to him. And I would like to shout out to all my subscribers, my support team, my KGB. I would like to shout out to all my YouTube creators. Shout out to Flip Phone for going live last night. I enjoyed the video, Flip. And anyone else that goes live. Shout out to you. Hey, listen, y'all. I want y'all to listen to this. I was on the job the other day, right? I hope everyone can hear me. I was on the job the other day, and one of the young men's, he reminded me of Biz 101 because he keeps a portfolio of his Wall Street dealings. This man messed around and showed me what was in his accounts. I'm sure that's not the only one that he has. Yo, we started talking about Bitcoin and all that other stuff. And he was breaking it down. He was saying that they got classes that you can take. When you sign up, you gotta have your identification card, your driver's license ready to sign up for the stuff, and then you go on and you start investing in little investments, which it don't cost that much. And he was breaking it down in such a way where I could understand. But I also understand that anytime this young man gets his money from wherever he gets it from, he puts it up. He might spend like $10 on himself. He might go to the motel once a week with his friend. Shout out to the chat. But he's not one to spend money. He's not one to spend money. He holds on to the money. He sits on it. This man is doing what a lot of homeless people do. I mean, I remember this dude when I was in New York. The man had what, 35,000 in his bank account? That's not much money, but that's a lot of money to someone that doesn't have much. Anyway, I never remember him spending money. He used to get everything for free. His newspapers, his hygiene items, his clothes, shoes. He lived in a homeless shelter. He refused to pay rent once they did find out that he had a bank account. They had evicted him one time, but it was some kind of loophole where he was able to come back in and he still did not have to pay. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Because there's a lot of people that are homeless that are living in situations where they're not spending any money. They're holding on to every dime, every penny. Even if, let's say, they give you a cigarette, they're already in their mind calculating how much that cigarette would have cost them if they would have kept it to themselves. If they offer to buy you like lunch, and let's say the whole meal or whatever, the drink altogether costed like $7.85. They are counting up the cost. I find myself doing it all the time. Not because I'm stingy or I don't want to share. It's because if I go to the store right now and I buy a loaf of bread in my area in certain stores, it's $1.65. So I already tallied it up. It's $1.65. You add on the tax, which is usually 10 cents or 20 cents. And then if I buy anything else, I'm calculating. As I'm putting stuff in the basket, I'm calculating. Even packs of toilet paper, I calculate all that. Before I go to the store, I already know how much everything is going to cost me, how much everything is going to run me. If I take a Lyft or Uber, I'm already calculating how much money am I going to be missing. You know what I mean? So shout out to the chat. Unfortunately for me, I've become just conscious of certain things. That's it. And that's about it. So everyone that's in my chat, I say it to you, Karibu Niumbani Kewangu. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my house. Thank you for coming to visit with me this morning. I appreciate your view. I appreciate your support of this channel, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my Cape Verdean heart. But yeah, someone asked me the question, and I try to answer it. And we can see what I'm saying is true because you can look at whatever relationship or dealings I have with other YouTube creators in this sector. We have seen it over and over and over again over the years. Be friendly with the person, not friendly with the person. Friendly with the person, not friendly with the person. Friendly with the person, not friendly with the person. Good talking, good vibes, then argument. Good talking, vibes, good, and then argument. Everything is a battle. Don't make fun of me. I heard you slick this to me. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, and it goes on and on and on. So even that reflects in my relationships, even on this YouTube streets. So no one is immune. No one is exempt. You know, even if it's a slight misunderstanding. There's some people on this app I will never like that Garrick person. And then I heard, I heard in the video, Garrick threw Lonnie up under the bus, and Lonnie was so loyal to Garrick. Now I hope I heard the wrong thing, because I thought them two were getting along. Well, Lonnie gets along with anybody. But for him to throw her up under the bus, how much she has tried to help this man, how much she went to bat for him, how much she caped for him. I'm not talking bad about Lonnie, but it's a reality. It's a reality. I mean, I have been in Lonnie's chat and I've seen people type in, and I know it's easy, does it? He does it all the fucking time. If he don't see me on these YouTube sheets, he'll type in some bullshit, and Lonnie will shut him down. Lonnie will shut his ass down. She won't even carry no conversation. Anybody? No. Anybody got anything negative? She will shut it down. If she don't want to hear it, nope. Yeah, you know, we're not talking about that subject. Shout out to Empress Lonnie One Love, one of my day ones. Shout out to all my day ones. Shout out to all the OGs in the sector, whether you're a subscriber or YouTube creator or moderator. All the OGs that's been here for a couple of years. Shout out to you. I'm out of here. Y'all have an awesome morning. Let me get myself together. Let me get because I got to push that cart all the way down the street, you guys. I got to go 2 blocks to get to this place. I like to get there a little early. So, by the time the man arrives, I'm already ready to go. I got the laundry detergent. I got the fabric softener. I'll probably go live while I'm there. It depends on what happens. It depends on what happens. Because last time I was there, you guys, there were no quarters for the machines. We had to wait almost 2 hours for the owner to come and drop off. You know, no lie. You know, my right hand of God, I waited 2 hours one time just to do my fucking clothes. It's very important for me to keep everything organized and neat and clean. It's very important. I'll go crazy if I don't do it. Birdman is no longer here, so I have no choice but to go out and do the things he did while he was still here. Mhm. So shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Be productive. Uh, enjoy your people. Enjoy your friends. Uh, just enjoy. Enjoy your day. Disfruta tu dia. Disfruta tu dia. Spanish for enjoy your day. Peace, you guys. Thank you for coming in. Like and share the video. I appreciate that. Like and share the video. Hit that like button. Let's get the likes up sometime. And we out of here. Peace.